Hi everybody, Ms. Bailey here. Wanted to do a quick tutorial to show you how to create a simple bouncing ball. So you can do this on your Chromebook quite well. And so I'm just going to go through how to create a bouncing ball like this. We are going to create that in a program that kind of mimics Photoshop called Photopea.com, which you can use for free. And we will eventually export it as a GIF file. Maybe you call it GIF. I call it a GIF just because GIF is like the peanut butter for me. So here we go. This will be our end product, something similar to this. Now we're going to slowly build up all of our layers, and this might look intimidating, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just close this. Now, when you open Photopea.com, Photopea.com, this is what you'll get. And what we're going to do is open a new project. And this is where you can name this. And I am just going to name mine Bouncing Ball as a default. And here you can change this. PX stands for pixels. You can change it to inches if you'd like. 15 inches by 15 inches is pretty big, so I'm just going to make this 4 inches. I'm going to tab 4 inches, tab. And the background being white is absolutely fine. You can make that a transparent background if you'd like. Black background, up to you. And I'm going to click Create. Now you can zoom in and out with this if you would like. So you can zoom in and out. You've got different options, but these are where my layers are going to be. And this would be very similar if you were working with Photoshop as well. I don't want my background to be white though. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a color square, just as if I was creating a collage. I can put a background on there. And so I'm going to go to this tool right here. And this has an ellipse right here, but if I hold it down, then I have different options, and there's the rectangle tool. And I'm going to just start up here, click down, and then drag. And the default color is red for this shape. I don't want that red. It's pretty bright, and I plan to have my ball be a red ball, or iconic playground ball. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to this fill layer, and I'm going to double click it. When I click it, I can choose these default ones. Default colors are pretty bright. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to double click on this, and I can choose whatever color I want. Because I have a super bright red ball, I'm going to choose kind of a cooler color for the background, not a really saturated color like this because it might be a little tough to look at, but kind of a neutral color. And then you click OK. And there I have this, and that shape is in this layer. Now what I need to do is create a new layer to start my bouncing ball animations. And there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. You can click right here on this, looks like a post-it pad. You can click a new layer there. You can also go up to Layer, New Layer. There's always going to be a couple of different ways to do things, and I'll mention those. And whatever works best for you is what you should use. Now I need to create a circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Shape tool, and I'm going to choose the ellipse version. Now, if you just click and create the shape, it might just be an ellipse, okay? And I want a perfect circle, and I could work like this to try and get that perfect circle, and I can do that. But the easiest way to do this is I'm gonna go ahead, if you make a mistake, you can go ahead and delete that. And so I'm gonna select this layer and delete it, and create a new layer with this shortcut. Is when I go into this ellipse tool and I want to draw a perfect circle, before I click down to start the shape, I'm going to hold down the Shift key, and then I click down and stretch it, and it's going to stay a circle. Now, I want to make this a fairly quick tutorial, and this is a skill building activity. So we're going to make this a pretty quick activity for you as well. And so I want the ball to be about a third or a quarter of the size of the entire image. Oops. And you can always undo. Okay, so there's my circle. Now I need to change the color. So remember, what you want to do with the color is the fill is what I used last. So I'm going to click here, and I'm just going to go ahead and choose this default red for the ball. That's pretty bright, kind of hard to look at. So I'm just going to make it a little bit darker. Kind of click in there. That's up to you. Now, my idea is now I'm moving to the move tool because I want to move this shape, because the idea is I'm going to have the ball come in, bounce down, and then bounce out. So I'm going to move this just so it's off the screen. Now, if you're looking at this and you don't see these move tools like I have, go up to this transform controls. So if you start out and it just looks like this, go ahead and click transform controls. You might need that later. So I'm going to have it just kind of peeking out this edge. Then see how this is a little bit shaded? That means that layer is selected. And then I'm going to go up to layer, animation, make frames. And you can manually go in and rename the layer _A_ with a layer, but that's the easy way to do it. It's a shortcut. Now I'm going to need another layer because I need this ball to, I need a ball, all the way down. So I need a lot of these. And what I'm going to do is, instead of creating a new one, I'm going to go ahead and go into layer, duplicate layer. And then I have this. It's automatically going to select that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, there's the old one. And I just am going to move the ball just a little bit. And you want to move it about the same every time on this track to bouncing. So it's already animated, and I can tell because I copied an animated layer, and it also has _A_. So now I'm going to go into layer, duplicate layer, move that down. And I want to move it a little bit further here. Now, this is the part that I really want you to pay attention to and is super important. When you get to the point where the ball makes impact with the ground, you want it to make impact with the ground as a circle. Then what I'm going to do is create a duplicate layer, and I want to compress the ball because it's bouncing. So this is where I'm going to move it. I'm going to compress that ball. Then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that layer, and I'm not going to move it. I'm just going to bring it back up into being a circle. And I can make sure that this matches with the pixels right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that just a touch as it comes up. Layer, duplicate layer, and now I am on my track as it bounces back up. And I'm just duplicating those layers, and there are shortcuts you can use. So you can go Control J. And I'm just going to have it so it's peeking out. Now, I want to save all of these layers that I've created in case I want to make any adjustments. So I always save an unlocked version of the file. File, save as PSD. A PSD stands for a Photoshop document, and that has all of my layers, so I can make adjustments. Now, my final product is going to be a locked product where nobody else can go in and change things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, Export As, and I've got this GIF here, and it gives you a preview. So as you're working, you can go in. You don't have to change it. And you can change the speed here. You can slow it down. It's kind of slow. You can speed it up. It's kind of fast. I want to be able to appreciate my work. So you just kind of work with it how you want to. And notice that compression makes a huge difference right there. And then I'm going to save it, and that will export it. And that's what you can turn in. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, talk to me in the breakout room, talk to me during class. But have fun. It is fun. And remember, if you have questions or it seems like it's not working quite right, make sure to ask for help.